There are many saints and many kinds of teachings. What's the basic difference between your teachings and those of others?
There are many saints in our country. Really, they are saints. There is no doubt about it. But anyhow, they cannot properly communicate the message to the audience, message to the disciple. They communicate it on their own way, and the disciple follow them with sincere devotion. Invariably, all the saints instruct to concentrate upon the consciousness, meditate upon the consciousness, and meditate upon the beingness, meditate upon the present happenings, so whatever it be. So they all advise a practice to do something, to stay with the consciousness, to stay in the present, to observe what is happening, observation, awareness, attention. In so many ways, they are teaching. And the disciples also follow the teachings, and they sincerely follow, they sincerely practice. Naturally, if you practice anything, it will have some produce, it will have some result. When we meditate upon our consciousness, naturally there will be some bliss consciousness. Our intellect aspect will come to a silence. Our thought becomes silent. So that is the natural response of meditation. In the same way, if we give total attention to the present happenings, staying in the present, it is also giving some response, some elevated feelings. So that is the nature of all our experiences, nature of all our practices. So if anybody gets some blissful experiences, for example, if an ordinary person, he will always have some ordinary worldly experiences alone. And after doing some meditations and other practices, they will have some different kind of experiences. So naturally, they will appreciate the instructor, they will appreciate the guru, they will appreciate the practice. But at the same time, as we all know, whatever happens, whatever be the happenings, whatever be the blissful experiences, naturally it will end in a course of time. Once again will back to the original position. Our intellect will be in the original position. Our experience will be once again in the old position. But naturally, we will think, so our guru will be correct, and my practice may be defective. I may be wrong in some other way, in some way or other. So we shoulder the responsibility of our failure. Anyhow, we rely upon the Guru and we ask for more details, more instructions. And the Guru is also very much interested to give new kinds of techniques also. When we follow one techniques and get boredom with this kind of technique, we'll switch on to the other technique. If one Guru becomes so boredom, we'll switch on to the other Guru. And our travel is endless. But anyhow, the Guru is always in the state of a Guru, and the disciple is always in the state of a disciple. It is an endless stream. So there is no meeting point. As I have told you already, if the salvation in the intellect part, then only everything is over. So the salvation in the intellect part alone will give the total salvation. If you deal with in the conscious level, no salvation will be there. But we will underestimate the intellect part. The intellectual understanding will not be successful. We think like that. But the real salvation happens only through intellectual understanding. Because the real problem is only in the intellect. But somebody thinks that if you are permanently in the blissful consciousness, that is the real state of our the real state of our enlightenment, that is the real state of our liberation. We know certain people have some special kind of experiences. They may have some out-of-body experiences. There are certain people, they can come away from their body and they may come to the astral body and once again re-enter into the physical body. If you ask the experience of their experience, they will tell that there will be no experience if they come out of the body. There will be no pleasure and pain. So all the pleasures, if we may consider the blissful feeling is a spiritual one. But everything is a bodily one. There is no spiritual experience as it is designed like that, as it is denoted like that. There is no spiritual experiences. All experiences in the name of spiritual experiences are bodily experiences. If you do not have the bodily experiences, there will be no blissful experiences. If you want any blissful experiences, we must have it only when we have our existence within our body. If you come out of the body, there will be no such kind of experience. For instance, as if anybody wants to have some permanent blissful experience, what will happen? There are some instances. There are some persons, they may have some permanent blissful experiences. There are some instances. But if they have some blissful experiences forever, the body cannot tolerate it. The body cannot endure it. I heard about some persons who have some the blissful experience. He got some blissful experience and he is blissful forever. He cannot know any pain. He is always blissful. He is always pleasurable. His total body is feeling a bliss, feeling a pleasure. But the body could not tolerate the pleasure. As the body cannot tolerate the pain, the same way the body cannot tolerate even the pleasure also, the blissful experience also. So soon the body of the person begins to have their destroying effect. His body begins to decompose, begins to rotten, and he got several wounds, several boils throughout his body. But even though his body is having some ailments, he do not know the pain of the body. He always having the pleasure. His pleasure is beyond his control. As we cannot control the pain, he cannot control the pleasure also. It goes beyond his control. And very soon the body died. He died. He himself died out of blissful experience, out of the pleasurable experience. But till the time of death, he does not know the pain of his body. He is always pleasurable. In a pleasurable condition, he died. So that is the nature of the pleasurable experience. That is the nature of blissful experience. So it is not correct. So our body may have some capacity to express happiness, pleasure, or pain. If you taste some good food, you will feel the pleasure of the food. Will feel happy to taste the food. If the weather condition is good, we may feel it is pleasant. If the weather condition is bad, we may feel disturbed. So that is the nature of our body. That is the expression of our body. But if you stick to the pleasure of our body, it is not correct. But the health of the body is different from the pleasure and pain of the body. So in this way, the health of the mind is different from the expression of our intellect, expression of our mind. So what here to understand is that we need not rely upon any experiences. So all our experiences or temporary, it is the nature of coming and going, then only everything is all right. So a healthy body will not retain any experience forever. A healthy mind will not retain any experience forever. So that is the nature of our mind, that is the real nature of our body. So there we have to understand. So most of the saints are giving importance only to the experience. They are giving importance only to the practice producing experiences. But in our case, we are rejecting all our experiences. We give importance only to the understanding. So thereby, we are deviating from the other persons, other saints. That is the only difference between the other saints and myself.